Well, on a much positive note with Travis Hunter, because everything is so crazy right now, um, it was a very emotional, touching subject that a lot of people picked up on with his biological father. A lot of people, maybe needed to do their homework with Travis Hunter and his family and his whole situation. But it was a big time, moment in his Heisman Award winning speech where he highlighted his father. We're gonna get all into it. If you are excited for Travis Hunter, we got a bowl game coming up. We got the NFL draft, and Lord have mercy when we get to the NFL. I'm talking mini camps. I mean, everything. The list goes on. Make sure you subscribe to Flight Sports so you don't miss a second of Travis Hunter coverage and more. Is wild. I want to read some quotes. He said, I want to say something to my father. He's not here and wasn't able to make it, but I know you're watching on TV. He says, Dan, I love you for all the stuff you went through, man. Now look at your oldest son. I did it for you, man. He says, now after the dust, settled, from all of that, it was wild because, Travis Hunter Sr., he couldn't attend, although he spoke with the Palm Beach Post on December 5th, the day he was released from Palm Beach County. Like I said, this is wild. Hopefully, he gets himself situated so he could really, be at that NFL draft at that table. I think that'd be special along with Dion and company. He says, I don't want to go. You know, this is what he said in a recent interview. He says, I want to be there when he gets married and when he gets drafted. I'm going to watch this from home. He says, at the end of the day, I was always tell him he's the best player anyway. So he's got to go out there and play like it. Every time I'll tell him that he'll go out there and play like he's the best player, in the world. So this is the kind of motivation that Travis Hunter Sr., gave to his son. I like how Travis is highlighting this because he could have just, rode the Dion route. And a lot of people looked at Dion as like his son anyway, and he could have just, rode that momentum. So I like what Travis did, and I've heard this from a lot of people off the air. Travis Hunter Sr., he was a multi-sport star for Baytown Beach High School in the early 2000s. So this is, like I said, he comes from an athletic background, and it's just wild to see that Travis Hunter and his father, him going through all these different things legally. I just hope that he gets all this stuff behind him, and that way he's able to really be there. But how many people, was touched at that emotional speech, and then just to see the father, it was like they just won a championship. The way he was screaming and going wild. I thought I thought that was special. And I hope that we see more moments like that. I want to see the father able to rejoice with him, at the NFL draft, because more than likely Travis Hunter is going to be the number one overall pick, depending on, who gets it. But a lot of people, expect that. It's going to be interesting to see what's going on with this two-way thing, because I'm also seeing in many reports that Travis Hunter, a lot of scouts view him as a corner, so it's going to be interesting to see, what do they do? I'm pretty sure Dion's going to be involved, but there's only so much he's going to be able to do. If you ask Dion, he's going to be able to do everything from wherever he's at. But it's going to be interesting because he is compared to Deion Sanders, and a lot of his electric nature came from playing on both sides of the football. A lot of people, that's what a lot of people loved about Travis Hunter, like everything that he was bringing to the table. So it's going to be interesting. I don't think this is going to negate his star power or anything, but, a lot of people do believe that the receivers make all the money, so that may be a situation where he may want to go. But we're gonna find out. To be honest with you, it's just a completely crazy situation, y'all. What's going on with Travis and the potential that he's going to have at the NFL level. He's gonna have a lot of people coming for him, whether he is a corner, whether he is gonna play receiver. You're gonna have these guys on the opposition ready to just give it to him. Because they heard about all of this. Guy has taken over, college football, and he's been doing this for a very long time. It didn't just start this season with the Heisman. A lot of people believe he would have won the Heisman last year if he didn't get hurt. And Colorado, after Travis went down, it was like a complete collapse, of Colorado. But go back to last season, that game against TCU. Colorado looked scary. You remember what Deion said? If we missed him on two deep balls, pause. He said that if we would have caught that, whatever, he said the Heisman would be sitting right there at his house right now. So they had the Heisman Award, pretty much just thought out. And a lot of people thought maybe Shador would get it. I like also how he had Shador and Deion there with him. We're going to get all into that as well. So it's paramount that you subscribe to Flight Sports so you don't miss 1 second of coverage. We're going to be bringing that to you. So this is an interesting topic and subject, y'all. What was going on with Travis Hunter. And hopefully we get a little bit more from the father. We want to hear more from him. We want to hear his story because it seems like he's got an extensive story that hasn't been told, due to the fact of the things he had to deal with, that is now coming to light, so hopefully we could get a situation with him and Deion, at the NFL draft and things of that nature. Because a lot of people don't know about, like I said, Travis's father. We want to see it. Get in the comment section, y'all. Let me know where you expect Travis Hunter to be drafted. That's another situation. I think that's real. Obviously we want to see him in a big city. I want to see him with one of these elite quarterbacks, if necessary. Obviously you leaving Shador. This is about to be the last game of them playing together for now. Hopefully, and if they, if all the stars align, these guys can play together in the future. But I hope he can get with an elite quarterback at the NFL level. It would really suck if he ended up in a situation where they didn't have a quarterback. Obviously, pardon me, he's going to elevate any situation that he goes into, but it would be nice, if he went in there with a quarterback that could get him the ball and take his game to the next level and bring the best out of him. I'm going to leave it at that. It's Flight Sports TV. You already know what it is. Hit the like button and subscribe.